The atmosphere inside the stadium in Brussels reached an unprecedented fever pitch during BTS's latest concert, leaving tens of thousands of fans in absolute euphoria. The night was already filled with electrifying energy, but a completely unexpected moment between members. Jimin and JHope stole the entire show. What started as a standard, flawless performance quickly transformed into one of the most talked about interactions in the history of the group's tour, triggering a wave of hysterical screams that echoed throughout the entire arena. The concert was progressing smoothly, with each member delivering their signature high-energy choreography and powerhouse vocals to a captivated audience. Fans were singing along to every word, waving their official light sticks in perfect unison, creating a beautiful ocean of glowing lights. The bond between BTS and ARMY was palpable, filling the massive venue with an overwhelming sense of joy and mutual admiration. As the setlist transitioned to a more melodic and emotional track, JHope took center stage to deliver his lines. Known for his incredible versatility, he was currently mesmerizing the crowd by pouring his heart into a soulful vocal performance, showcasing his beautiful voice. The audience watched in awe as he effortlessly controlled the stage, his smooth vocals resonating deeply with everyone present in the stadium. While JHope was fully immersed in his singing, Jimin decided to playfully shake things up a bit, exhibiting the mischievous charm he is famous for. Sneaking up quietly from across the stage, Jimin cautiously made his way toward his fellow group member, grinning slightly. He took slow, deliberate steps to ensure that JHope remained entirely unaware of his sudden approach. Jimin finally reached his destination and stood directly behind JHope's back, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise him. The fans who noticed Jimin's stealthy movement began to whisper and cheer in anticipation, wondering what kind of adorable prank he was about to pull. Jimin simply stood there with a playful glint in his eye, watching JHope hit every note flawlessly. Suddenly, just as he finished a beautifully sustained note, JHope decided to quickly spin around to face the rest of the stage. He had no idea that Jimin was positioned mere inches behind him, completely blocking his path. The sudden movement caught both of them off guard, setting off a chain reaction that no one in the arena could have possibly anticipated. As JHope completed his swift turn, he found himself face to face with Jimin in an incredibly close proximity. Because of the sheer speed of his turnaround, their faces ended up just millimeters apart from one another. In a split second of pure coincidence, JHope's lips came dangerously close to brushing against Jimin's lips, almost resulting in an accidental kiss right on stage. The sudden and unexpected proximity froze both idols in their tracks for a brief, hilarious moment. Time seemed to stand still in the stadium as both Jimin and JHope processed just how incredibly close they had come to a full collision. Their eyes widened in mutual shock, and the sheer spontaneity of the accident left them both momentarily speechless. Breaking the sudden tension with his characteristic warmth and affection, JHope immediately reached out and gently cupped Jimin's cheeks with both of his hands. He held Jimin's face softly, laughing off the near miss with a bright, beaming smile that radiated pure fondness. Jimin instantly melted into a shy, adorable smile, his cheeks turning a slight shade of pink from the playful embarrassment. The massive crowd of armies inside the arena erupted into an absolute frenzy of hysterical screams the exact moment the interaction occurred. The sudden burst of noise was deafening, as thousands of fans simultaneously gasped and shrieked at the incredibly close encounter. It was a collective reaction of pure shock, delight, and overwhelming excitement that shook the very foundations of the venue. The atmosphere completely shattered into beautiful chaos as fans couldn't contain their sheer excitement over what they had just witnessed. The overwhelming sound of cheering and chanting filled every corner of the stadium, drowning out the background music entirely for a few moments. Fans were gripping their friends' arms, jumping up and down, and waving their light sticks frantically in celebration. This spontaneous, unscripted moment perfectly captured the playful and genuinely close brotherhood that exists among the members of BTS. It highlighted their comfort with one another on stage and their unique ability to turn a simple, accidental mishap into a memorable, heartwarming highlight. The natural chemistry between Jimin and JHope shone brighter than ever, proving why their bond is so deeply cherished by millions around the world. As the initial shock began to subside, both Jimin and JHope couldn't help but burst into uncontrollable laughter right there on the stage. JHope finally let go of Jimin's face, shaking his head in disbelief at how perfectly timed the accidental near miss had been. Jimin hid his face behind his hands for a brief second, visibly amused and charmed by the entire situation. The surrounding BTS members who caught a glimpse of the incident also began to chuckle, adding to the lighthearted mood of the concert. The playful energy spread like wildfire across the entire stage, making the performance feel incredibly intimate despite the massive scale of the venue. It was a vivid reminder of the group's infectious positivity and why their live shows are so thoroughly captivating. Within mere minutes of the occurrence, the entire stadium was still buzzing with intense energy as fans tried to process the adorable interaction. The lingering excitement was palpable, with fans in the standing section and the seats alike talking animatedly about what had just unfolded before their eyes. The concert had reached a whole new level of enthusiasm that didn't die down for the rest of the night. Social media platforms were immediately flooded with thousands of fan-taken videos and photos capturing the exact second JHope turned around. The clips quickly began to garner thousands of views, likes, and retweets within seconds of being uploaded to the internet. Fans worldwide who couldn't attend the Brussels concert began reacting with equal amounts of jealousy and absolute adoration. The phrase describing the cute interaction quickly started trending globally, proving once again the immense power and reach of the BTS fandom. Fans marveled at the lightning-fast reflexes of JHope and the undeniably adorable reaction from a visibly flustered Jimin. It became an instant, classic moment that fans knew would be edited into compilations for years to come. Many fans pointed out how JHope's instinctual reaction to hold Jimin's face was the sweetest part of the entire ordeal. Instead of jumping back awkwardly, his immediate choice to comfort Jimin with a gentle touch on the cheeks drove the crowd wild. It highlighted his caring nature and his role as a loving, protective older brother figure within the group. Meanwhile, Jimin's shy and endearing reaction earned him an outpouring of love from fans, who found his embarrassment absolutely priceless. The way he giggled and leaned into the playful moment showed exactly why he is so deeply loved for his sweet disposition. The contrast between their fierce stage personas and this soft, genuine interaction was truly a sight to behold. The Brussels concert will undoubtedly go down in history as one of the most memorable stops of this entire tour, largely thanks to this single unscripted event. Attendees walked away knowing they had witnessed a rare, authentic piece of BTS history that cannot be replicated. The sheer joy of the night left an indelible mark on everyone who was fortunate enough to be inside the arena. Even as the concert eventually transitioned into its next segment, the crowd's energy remained consistently higher than before. Every time Jimin or JHope appeared on the giant screens, a fresh wave of cheers would ripple through the audience, showing that the fans were not over the excitement. The two idols simply smiled and waved, acknowledging the endless love from their dedicated fan base. The concert organizers and staff members couldn't help but notice how the crowd's morale had skyrocketed after the cute incident. It gave a massive boost of adrenaline to the entire stadium, making the second half of the show feel like an absolute celebration. The synergy between the performers and the audience reached its absolute pinnacle. As the night drew to a close and the members gave their final speeches, the warmth from the earlier incident still lingered in the air. JHope thanked the Brussels audience for their incredible, unmatched energy, flashing his signature heart smile that melted everyone's hearts all over again. Jimin also expressed his deep gratitude, looking fondly at the crowd that had supported them so loudly throughout the night. The bond between BTS and ARMY is built on these exact types of genuine, unscripted moments that show the members' true personalities. It is the lack of rigidity and the freedom to be playful on stage that sets their performances apart from any other global act. This specific night in Brussels proved that even after years in the spotlight, they still know how to surprise and delight their fans. When the final curtains fell and the stadium lights came back on, fans were still buzzing, eagerly rewatching the videos they had recorded on their phones. The collective consensus among the attendees was that they had just experienced one of the best nights of their lives. The atmosphere outside the venue was just as loud, with fans singing and discussing the highlights as they exited. Reviewers and music critics covering the Brussels concert also noted the incredible crowd reaction, describing it as one of the loudest responses ever recorded at the venue. The sheer power of BTS to command an audience and evoke such raw, emotional reactions was praised extensively. It solidified their status as unmatched entertainers who truly dominate the global stage. For many fans, this concert snippet will serve as a happy memory that they will look back on whenever they need a smile. The pure, unadulterated happiness that radiated from both Jimin and JHope during that brief mishap was entirely contagious. It showcased a beautiful slice of their ongoing journey, together as artists and friends. As the group prepares to head to their next tour destination, the internet remains thoroughly captivated by the aftermath of the Brussels incident. Memes, fan art, and slowed-down edits of JHope holding Jimin's face continue to dominate fan spaces online. The moment has successfully cemented itself into the rich lore of iconic BTS concert interactions. Ultimately, what could have been an awkward stage blunder turned into a masterclass in charm, affection, and showmanship. It proved that the magic of a live BTS concert lies not just in the perfect choreography, but in the beautiful human moments shared between the members. Brussels will forever remember the night that Jimin and JHope sent an entire stadium into a state of beautiful, hysterical bliss.